before we get into today's video. If you're someone who's interested in retro-minded consoles like Game Boy SPs, Game Boy Colors, or Game Boy Advances, we have them all at privateclubcollective.com. We even have over 30 t-shirts like this one here, where you can get one for yourself or for a loved one at privateclubcollective.com. Now let's head into the video. Most UFO encounters end with a sighting, a strange light in the sky, or a fleeting glimpse of the unknown. But what if I told you that there was a case where UFOs didn't just appear, they attacked? A case so terrifying that the Brazilian military launched a classified operation, one they covered up for decades. This is the story of the 1977 Colares UFO Incident, where small fishing villages became the hunting ground for something inhuman. Colares is a quiet, isolated fishing town off the coast of Brazil. But in 1977, something changed. The skies came alive with glowing orbs, red, blue, yellow, hovering over the village. At first, the locals thought it was just a natural phenomenon, but then people started getting hurt. Beams of light shot down from these UFOs, striking people in their sleep. They reported feeling intense heat, like they were being burned from the inside out. Some were left with small puncture wounds on their skin, drained of energy, too weak to move. Others claimed they felt as if their blood was being sucked out. The villagers called them chupa chupa, the suck, because of what the beams did to their bodies. These weren't just random attacks. Witnesses said the UFOs seemed to be hunting them, tracking people, following them home, even hovering outside windows like predators waiting for their prey. People stopped going out at night. People fled the town entirely. The ones who stayed lit bonfires, hoping the smoke would drive away the UFOs. They armed themselves with rifles, but bullets did nothing. How do you fight something that isn't even from this world? The Brazilian government could no longer ignore what was happening. They launched Operation Saucer, one of the most secretive UFO investigations in history. A team of military officers was sent to Colares to observe, document, and if possible, make contact with whatever was in these skies. At first, Colonel Holanda, the commander of the operation, thought the villagers were exaggerating. Then he saw the UFOs himself. The military recorded over 500 pages of reports, took hundreds of photographs, and even filmed 16 hours of footage, most of which remains classified. They witnessed the UFOs up close, hovering just 15 feet above the ground. But the most chilling detail? The UFOs knew they were being watched. For 20 years, the Brazilian government denied the operation ever happened. Then, in 1997, Colonel Holanda broke his silence. He admitted that the UFOs were real, that they attacked civilians, and that the military had no explanation for what they encountered. Just a few months later, Holanda was found dead in his home. The official report says it was a suicide, but many believe he was silenced for revealing the truth. In 2004, the Brazilian government declassified part of Operation Saucer's files, but the most important evidence, the videos and many photos, were of course missing. Some believe they were handed over to the US government. Others think they were destroyed to bury the truth forever. To this day, the people of Colares believe something not of this world visited them back in 1977, but the real question is, will it ever come back? Some UFO researchers believe that the Colares incident wasn't an accident. What if these UFOs were testing something, a form of biological energy extraction, or a behavioral experiment, or a failed invasion? Strange lights are still seen over the Amazon today. Reports of chupa chupa attacks never truly stopped. So, I'll leave you with one question. What if Colares was just the beginning? Now you may be asking yourself, what are some undeniable facts about this case? Well, the doctors who examined victims said the wounds looked medically precise, as if with a laser scalpel, not like a burn from natural light. Also, in Holanda's final interview, he said the craft deliberately reacted to the military's movements, as if they were studying them. Some villagers claimed to have seen small humanoid beings near the UFOs, but the military dismissed these reports. Many of these villagers also suffered lifelong health issues after the attacks, including fatigue, vision loss, and neurological problems. Finally, unlike Roswell, where the US denies everything, Brazil officially acknowledged that something unknown happened in Colares. But what? Now, before we wrap up this video, I'd like to take in consideration that a lot of UFO stories are easily probably debunked, because the question of them all is, where's the evidence? Well, with this story, we have military records, a military whistleblower, and a ton of villagers who suffered lifelong health issues. And you may be also asking yourself, all of these reports, where could they have gone? Yeah, sure, they could have burned them, but if you're familiar with the Varginha incident, the US did come and take whatever Brazil had, and it wouldn't be unbelievable if they had done it for this incident as well. It really makes you think, why is Brazil being targeted for all of these iconic sightings? Now, moving with the mindset of Project Bluebeam, where there is possibly a fake invasion, maybe coming up conspiratorially through shadow governments or just the governments that we know, just to create a one world government, it would be interesting to think that what if these small villages are being tested for a project like that later in the future? A behavioral experiment? I do see that, because this is the perfect time and the place to try something like that. Villagers away from media, villagers away from technology, and just to see how humans would react to something like this. If you like content like this, be sure to like and subscribe, and comment what other videos you would like to see in the future. Until next time, thank you for watching.